Hey, cartoon collector. Hey, Robert. Hey, Dr. Coconut. Hey, Fire. Hey, Slurp. So what's on the docket today? We're still finishing up the Rosa mod. We still have that one route that was in a work of progress. And then we have a separate ending 4 mod. Go figure. Oh boy, ending 1 Rosa. It's not finished. I'll probably leave off on a really shitty part, though. Alright. Oh boy. I look forward to seeing how he'll completely fuck things over. You think so? Not what I would have said. Well, that's like your opinion, man. Well, looks like your stop is just up the block. Here we go. What, your fare? No need to pay. I do this for free. That's the same stuff, okay. Let's get this over with quickly. Can't say I've been looking forward to this, though. Fucking Trish. If she hadn't pulled her little stunt, none of this would have happened. The only reason I had to say what I said was because of what Rosa did. But she only did that because of what Trish did. Without that little cunt, Fang and I would be fine. We'd just be friends, like before. I'm sure I can get Fang to see it from my point of view. Things will go back to normal. I was just trying to be a good friend. Yeah, that's it. Fang, you in here? It's all new. The music room seems abandoned. The only light comes on from the high windows, and there's not a soul around. Frowning, I slowly scan the room. Maybe Fang already left. Hey. A quiet voice from the corner makes me jump. It's Fang. Why are you sitting here in the dark? Fang doesn't glance up from whatever it is she's doing. As I draw closer, I can see she's tuning her guitar. I can almost make out her bass, sitting in its case at her feet. Not planning on going back to that, are you? My attempt to break the ice elicits little more than a cold silence from Fang. When she does respond, it's almost like a whisper. I was just keeping it tuned. Nah. Guess that makes sense. Why would it go out of tune? She hasn't been playing it or anything. Once again, my lack of musical knowledge gets the better of me. You, didn't miss anything in class. Basically had the day off. No homework. That's pretty good. Oh, hey, and now you want to join me for some Russian roulette? Hey, dog. So, neither of us say anything for a moment. I shuffle around awkwardly as Fang idly plucks a string or two. This is going about as well as I expected. Fang, look, about us. Fang finally glances up from her guitar. Even though Trish's stunt and our conversation just happened yesterday, it looks like she hasn't slept for days. Are we... I mean... It's just... Fang continues to stare at me in silence. Come on, Anon, just say it. Like ripping a bandage off. Fang, are we good? Fang's brow furrows. Good? It's just that you said you wanted to talk about us. Well, I don't want what we got going on here to end just because of some stupid shit Trish pulled. Just thinking about what Trish did made my blood pressure rise. What Trish did? I think this is where it differs. Yeah! All this drama, it's her fault, right? Each word gets easier and easier. Seems to me hatred for Trish is a powerful motivator. If she had doxed me, none of this would have happened. Rosa wouldn't have, you know. That's not to bring that up. And you would have been put in that situation. I think he meant wouldn't have. So I wouldn't have said what I said, and everything would be totally fine. Fang's Grace grows increasingly confused. Is that all you care about? That we're still friends? Fang seems to be looking at a spot somewhere behind me. I mean, yeah. Look, Fang, I want to make sure we're okay. It's been a long time since either of us had any real friends, and, well... Fang's eyes begin to narrow. Must be from the shitty lighting. Aren't dinos supposed to have good eyesight? I don't want to lose the good thing we have going here. I mean, who else am I going to rag on Naomi with? What about me? What about how I feel? Fang's words hit me like a fist. I take a step back at her sudden shift in tone. All the confusion in her face has been replaced with a riches of anger. You're a real piece of work, you know that, Anon? What? What's that supposed to mean? You're my friend, and... Fang jumps out of her chair. Friend? Is that all I was to you? She grips the neck of her guitar so hard, her knuckles start turning white. Everything you said that day on the roof, and when we ditched Naomi and Nazer at the park, all of that was just the same as when you and Reed were talking about your stupid video games. I can't believe you. All this time, I thought you were different. I believed you wanted to help, to take all the bad shit and turn it into something good. That was oddly specific. What is she talking about? Anon is a pirate now, yeah? Thank you, grammar. What is this? What have I missed? Did you watch the other two VODs? But no! Oh no, foot to the face. Fang kicks a nearby chair, sending it clattering across the floor. Fang, chill! No, you're just another weed! Part of the excess, like all the rest of them. I thought you were someone I could trust. Thought you saw something in me no one else saw. But you just wanted to be less of a friendless loser. Fang, that's not... Fang doesn't give me a chance to interrupt. Admit it. The second someone better came along, you dumped me like trash. I never want... And after all that happened, all you care about is everything going back to normal. Well, you just... But it's not going back to normal. The band, my friends, my heart, you broke all of them. Eventually, the emotional toll becomes too much for Fang to bear. Oh no, she's getting out the gun! Burying her face in her hands, Fang manages a little more than to mumble out more than her argument between sobs. How could you? I thought I... Fang collapses back into her chair. My hand reaches out instinctively towards her to comfort her, like I've done so many times before. But now, something has shifted between us. Before, when I joked about laughing at Fang's show, I always felt like we would be okay afterwards. That we could laugh my mistakes off. Now, though, it feels like we've reached a point of no return. Fang. The silence of the room is broken only by her sobs. I feel like I should say something in my defense, but Fang's right. I cared more about things going back to normal than how Fang was feeling. I'm sorry, Fang. Maybe Naomi was right. Oh, wait, he didn't say that out loud. Unless he's mumbling. Maybe I did just make it worse. Oh yeah, what did you say? A cold shock runs through my body. Did I just say that out loud? Fang rises from her chair very slowly. Anon? What did you just say? A soft noise catches my attention. Oh, she's getting the gun! Fang's claws have extended. Has extended. Should be have, I think. I swallow hard, trying not to think of how each of her hands now constitute a lethal weapon. I didn't say. Maybe you said. You said. Maybe Naomi was right. Have you been planning this with Naomi the whole time? No, Fang. I swear it's not like that. Tell me. Fang crosses the distance between us in a single step, her body vibrating with malice. Now! Before I knew it, I told Fang the whole story. How Naomi tried to get the two of us together. How she wanted me to fix Fang. How I chose Rosa instead. With each word, I could see Fang lose a little more energy. Her arms fell limply to her sides, her chin sinking down into her chest. She was like a puppet with its strings cut. I could almost see the exact moment what remained of her heart started to break in half. Mumbler. Fang. Fang, please say something. Fang doesn't respond. For a second, all she does is stand there, hands on either side of her head. It's like she's trying to block out the world. Without warning, Fang dashes to the exit. Fang, wait! She stops, one hand on the door. Just kidding, go along, Fang. Have your little school shooting outing. Even Naomi cares more about me than you do, Anon. Oof. Without another word, Fang leaves. Fuck. She even left her instruments here. I consider following after her to give them back, but her final words made it clear what she thinks of me. For Fang to think that Naomi cares more about her, I really fucked things up this time. She'll probably never speak to me again. Oh, she might get Reed and everyone else to do the same. All I wanted was for things to go back to normal, to have my friend back. But instead, well, whatever. I've still got Rosa. Fang can't take her away from me. Famous last words. I could tell her I tried to bury the hatchet with Fang, but it just wasn't in the cards. Who needs friends when you got a girlfriend anyways? Maybe if I can convince her, I can convince myself. As I reach the door, I give Fang's guitar and bass one final look. Fang tripping, or is it just me? What do you mean? Watch this, Lisa. If you look closely, you can actually pinpoint the exact moment Fang's heart breaks in two. Why is there a Tommy gun in the guitar case? 15050 South St. Hammond Street, deep into Skin Row proper, and just a couple blocks from home. A prime spot for getting stabbed, like how I mentioned it to Rosa when she brought me home yesterday. There are those times in your life, walking from one place to another, but you're really just kind of going through the motions. I don't mean to commute to school on autopilot in the mornings. I don't mean a commute to school on autopilot in the mornings, or to work or whatever. But when you're putting you mean 1 foot in front of the other because you can't go on with your life if you don't move. But you're just not there. Like getting home from a long holiday and you can't yet wrap your head around the concept that it's back to your mundane everyday life and that the good times are over. You look around and see all the same buildings and roads and parked cars you always do, but it's as if you were really looking at them for the first time in years. That's about how I feel right now. Cognitive dissonance? Something like that. Came to this school hoping that it'd be better than what I had in rock bottom, and up to this day it far and away exceeded my expectations. But now I simply feel like the good times are just about over. There's just a little bit less wonder in the world. And honestly, after a day like this, I wouldn't even mind getting shanked all that much. It's been nothing but a continuous train wreck of shitty situations turning even shittier. My talks with Nazer, Naomi, Fang, it all sucked. Even meeting Rosa today, who is my damn girlfriend, by the way, was more troublesome than sweet as it should have been. Leaving leaving the gardening club out of the blue and all. I really, really do wish that she kept to her flowers instead of getting involved with Fang any more than she already has. I mean, yeah, fine. When she said that, Rosa couldn't have known that by the end of the day, those bridges would be all burned down. I did that. Plus, she did say that she needs another project, something more than weeding flower beds, to help someone for real. The way she had said that, though, I can't help but think Rosa's doing this for the wrong reasons. Her mom's not doing any better, and there's nothing Rosa can do, nothing she can help with. It must be maddening for her, so no wonder she's so desperate to find a substitute. But with how I ended things with Fang, I don't think that's possible anymore. But if I'm being real about it, the best course of action for Fang would be to reconnect with Reed and Trish, and to stay away from Rosa and me. I would miss Reed's shenanigans, I guess. Maybe a little, but Trish? Nah, fuck her. Like with a cactus. Sideways. Twice. Conjuring up the soothing mental image of that purple midget getting impaled on both ends, I turned the last corner into my street. Chuckling to myself coarsely, I considered the possibility of her and her 20 brothers and sisters waiting in ambush to jump me. It'd be a fitting way to end this day, getting my spleen punctured by a trigger. I wonder what Rosa would do about the whole situation then, if she still wanted to help Fang after something like that. Yeah, probably. But I do wonder how she intends to go about it now, too. Because even if she could get through to Fang, there's still the whole Verm drama situation. But oh well, if she wants to try so bad, then who am I to stop her? I spend the rest of the afternoon and a good chunk of the evening playing video games, trying to get kicked from all of the top-listed servers in Rock Ring by pwning noobs and trolling in chat. My body still aches from the tumble I took yesterday, so it was the safest way I could imagine to pass the time. That and the fact that I had nothing better to do anyway. Wait, so Anon is in the ghetto like me? Yeah. How new are you? Could this be the result of my poor decision making? No, it's everybody else that's wrong. I thought about visiting my favorite Stegosaurus fashion forums to brag about my busty girlfriend or something, but today I didn't feel like it. The shock and bitter aftertaste of watching Fang walk out of my life life hasn't yet quite left my body, with her cold words still echoing in my mind. It's unfair, that's what it is. Maybe I didn't consider her feelings enough, but fuck. Did she consider my feelings at all? She accuses me of only caring about myself and not being a friendless loser, but boo-hoo, I didn't fall in love with a psychopath. At least I still wanted to make up, unlike her just demanding shit. Is it really that unfathomable for her that I needed someone to look after me too? That I fell for Rosa, who's so sweet and caring that everything Fang is not? I just want to be left alone. But I can't. There's one thing Fang was right about, is that you can't turn your back on your loved ones. Rosa must be worried sick about me, not texting her all afternoon. Pulling out my phone, I check my messages. To find I have none. And for that, a part of me is truly thankful. At least I won't have to deal with any more bullshit today. No suicide manifesto from Fang or anything. Oh boy, famous last words. But another larger part of me is disappointed that even Rosa didn't text me. Maybe she's not so worried after all. And honestly, I'm amazed with what a normie-saurus I have become. Expecting to have messages, huh? If I could go back in time and tell myself at the start of the semester how in a couple of weeks I'll be checking on my phone waiting for messages by my girlfriend and pseudo-ex, how would my past self react? Go into cardiac arrest, maybe. But anyways, jokes aside, this radio silence is not like Rosa. Could something have happened to her mom? She would have told me, right? Or maybe it's still happening. With worry now twisting my guts into a knot, I open the chat window, thinking about what kind of message to send her. At least I have money. Anon needs a job. Only to be immediately greeted to a dancing ellipsis. Rosa's typing a message of her own right now. Which is just as odd as the fact that she didn't write to me all afternoon. Sure, we've done some raunchy texting late at night before, but evenings are normally reserved for family time at the Rosa residence. Dinner and a prayer and whatever else. Anyways, I'm very curious as to what she wants to tell me that just can't wait. Led by a sudden idea, though, I decide to head her off with something cute first. I mean, I am her boyfriend, right? It's like in the contract that I have to do cute shit for her. I posted that bitch an emoji. Bitches love emojis. Maybe I can cheer her up too, just in case something really did happen. So I'll send her, something cute. Hi, La Fleur. Heart. That's bean speak for flower, right? Because her name is Rosa. This should be perfect. The three little dots disappear from next to Rosa's moniker, and they don't return for several minutes. Was I too cheesy? Nah. We've always had our cheesy moments. Isn't that how a stable relationship should be in the first place? It's all good. And yet, for some strange reason, it takes Rosa quite some time to answer. So long, in fact, I'm just about to turn back to my games when the message comes through. How was your day, Minovio? Are you feeling any better? Is that what took so long to type up? And as for my day, oh. Should I tell Rosa about the Fang thing, or... I didn't care about her feelings at all, but did she care about my feelings? You get that nugget of wisdom from Reed? I mean, that kind of feels like something we should discuss face to face. Lots of these things going on these days. I'm okay. Just tired. That about covers it, without going into specifics. Like, it really does say it all, doesn't it? That was just a terrible day through and through. I wait for Rosa's reply. First, it's a couple of seconds. Then a half a minute. Then a whole minute. And even something like 2 minutes later, not as much as a little scene checkmark would appear. So what? She sent her message and then threw her phone out the window or something? This is just not right. Signed to myself, I put the phone down and pick up the Xbox controller up again. It's not until way later that Rosa's next message arrives. I wouldn't even notice it if I wasn't looking at my phone between the rounds compulsively. I know you must be hurting. You boys always try to act so tough, Tonto. Despite my annoyance, a smile spreads across my cheeks. Oh, Rosa, always so sweet and caring. Sheesh, just what am I grumbling about over here? If she can't get to her phone, then that must mean she's busy. She wouldn't be so calm if something happened to her mother, but like maybe Rosa is doing her mom's chores now that she's in the hospital. Or maybe she's just watching her teledramas to distract herself again. I guess I should ask her what's up. Speaking of acting tough, how's your mom doing? For a change, Rosa's reply comes through instantly. Nothing's changed. Is that a good thing? Or... well, I'll take it as being good. And if there's no immediate disaster, then there's no real reason to linger on this subject any longer. For the rest of the conversation, I try to steer us towards more cheerful topics. Though calling it a conversation is kind of a long shot because I can hardly get Rosa to cooperate. Her messages being slow and tedious like before. But I do my best not to let it annoy me. And luckily, she doesn't ask about Fang, at least not for now. So I guess that means we'll talk about it tomorrow. And, tomorrow. Time for the classes I've been dreading most. Science. Doubt Fang will want to be partners anymore. Actually, she's not even showing up, by the looks of her empty seat when the bell rings. Uh-oh. She's preparing. She could go pumped up kicks on this school. Whatever. Managing all right by yourself, I see. Yeah, Dr. Fernsworth. Science class will be the end of me one of these days, I swear. Can't tell if the fact that Fang didn't show today is supposed to make it better or worse. After what happened between us yesterday, I guess it really is better that we don't have to sit here acting as if we could focus on the assignment. But it also means that I have twice as much work to do than normal. Maybe I should take the opportunity to ask Dr. Fernsworth about it before he leaves to check on another table. Actually, I got one question about the assignment, if you don't mind. Before I can try to extract myself out of the hole I'm currently in, an announcement comes in over the speakers. Uh-oh. Nice segue, Anon. Alright, everyone, sit down and listen up. Next month is what you've all been waiting for. Prom. What is it good for? Absolutely everything. I'll say it again. Prom. Tickets are on sale tomorrow, so get those dates ready. There's a moment of blissful silence before the class erupts. Oh man, I should totally ask him to. I have to wear his tuxedo to this. Bound to get lucky this time. Dr. Fernsworth wanders off to restore order, leaving me alone with a mountain of a worksheet. Not that I can pay much attention to that. Not anymore. Prom. There's nothing that I would like more than to go with Rosa. But could I afford it? Tickets are kinda expensive. Plus, would she even want to go? With her mom in the hospital and all. I considered texting Rosa right there, asking if she wants to go. No, let's just add it to the list of things to discuss in person. Turning my attention back to the assignment, I realized there's a back page full of questions. Ugh. Once lunch period rolls around, I waste no time getting to the school's garden. With the blue sky above and all the colorful flowers around, there is sweet fragrance permeating the air. I could hardly wish for a more peaceful place. Not a single other student around. And no Spears today, either. I guess he only goes out of his way to talk to pretty girls or something. Speaking of, where's Rosa? It's a rare enough thing that I'm the first one to get to our bench. But, whatever, let's not overthink this. School is school. Maybe one of the teachers kept her for a few words, or maybe she went to the bathroom. It could even be that exact time of the month for all I know. Watch, Fang killed Rosa. So yeah, I'm sure she'll show up soon. Let me grab a drink. And indeed, there she is. Holding a neat little lunchbox in one hand and her phone in the other, drowning whoever she's speaking to in a torrent of Spanish, Rosa makes her way to the bench. I don't understand what she's saying, but she's being very happy and energetic about it. Even though I expected her to show up all tired and with bags under her eyes or something, it's far from the case. She's found someone else. I wait patiently for her to end the call, praying to some higher power to keep my cafeteria pizza from turning to cardboard before I can get to it. The cross I'm wearing should help with these things, right? Either way, Rosa soon shuts her phone off with a flurry of graciases, finally turning her attention to me. She sits down, kissing and hugging me so hard that I can practically hear my poor bones creak. Oh, wait on, tengo una gran noticia. Huh? I look at her sheepishly, trying to figure out what she just said. Rosa giggles in response, but instead of explaining, she opens her lunchbox, showing me its contents. Tasty-looking little bite-sized finger foods sorted into a neat grid, their toothpick handles sticking upwards like many wee swords. And, does this have to do anything with the call? Did she order takeout? Or what is this? I woke up early. No podora dormir, I couldn't sleep. So I made these. I mumbled that, didn't I? You couldn't sleep because of your mother, or... I get the feeling we're going to get the why does person my girlfriend cares about dying have to ruin our date again. Despite the concern in my voice, Rosa shakes her head at me. No, mi amor. Estoy entusiasmado. That means she's excited, right? Yes, Anon, I am very excited. Damn, I definitely mumbled that. Oh, that's great. Rosa nods enthusiastically. Then she begins to explain, gracefully taking one of the toothpicks between her thumb and index finger as she does. I have good news. She lifts the sack in the air between us, pointing it at me with clear intention that I take it. Behind her wide smile, I can see a bashful blush spreading on her face. And I'm sure my face must be just as red as hers at the mere thought of being fed like this, as if I was a kid. Nevertheless, I lean in and take a bite of the tiny sandwich off the toothpick, trying not to touch Rosa's fingers with my lips. Not sure why, it just feels too weird. Rosa's happy little smile is its own reward, though, not to mention how delicious the food actually is. Makes me forget all about my shitty pizza instantly. Soon the second and third soldiers march into my mouth, and I have to make Rosa stop before she'd force-feed me the entire army of snacks. She nods and takes a bite for herself, and continues her explanation. I was talking to Reed just now. Huh? Reed? In my surprise, I almost spit the half-chewed food onto my lap. Taking a second to gulp and not choke, I sit up properly. So, Reed? Seriously? And here I thought there was no reconciliation with the Fang gang after what happened, but Rosa's already managed to break the ice. I'm amazed. No wonder she's so happy. I've been making calls all afternoon, trying to reach Trish and him. Why, hisso duro di roro Trish, but I'm meeting Reed today after school. Oh, so that's why Rosa didn't text me yesterday. And why she was so slow when she did. She must have been doing it in between those calls. How does that make me feel like, I don't know, a second-class citizen? She would seriously talk to Trish before talking to me? To Trish? Trish! I know that if she wants to get through to Fang, then Rosa will eventually need to deal with that purple asshole, but I just didn't expect her to be this casual about it. Rosa doesn't seem to notice my discomfort, though, feeding me more snacks as she happily details her plan. Later on, I want them to play in front of the school again. I want firm drama to play at prom. I should lift Fang's spirits, no? Alright, prom. I totally forgot about Spears' announcement. But if the topic already came up, I guess I shouldn't waste any time and ask Rosa to be my date. I mean, if she wants to go at it, if she wants to go at all, then it should go without saying, but I'm sure she'd appreciate the gesture. Plus, I can maybe get her to talk about us instead of Reed and Trish and whoever else. As much as I admire Rosa's drive, our relationship should come first, always. Look, you can't keep worrying about Fang and the others like this. What's most important is that you and I take care of ourselves. Rosa looks at me puzzled. This probably wasn't the kind of reaction she was looking for. Even her hand that's been feeding me like a machine stops midair. Rosa, how about we go to prom? Rosa, how about we go to prom? Together. Her crimson eyes zeroing on mine. It'll be fun, right? Just you and me. And you can take your mind off of... At once, Rosa captures me in a massive hug. She's speaking a mile a minute, and the rapid Spanish totally lost on me. Whoa, Rosa, is that a yes? Of course it is. Rosa rolls her eyes. That way we can make sure everything goes well with the concert. Right. Is it just me, or does Rosa seem more excited about helping Fang than going to the prom with me? Well, and then there's the whole Reed thing this afternoon, too. But maybe I could do something about that, like fast-track the process, and then Rosa and I can go on a date or something. I don't think I've ever seen the two of them interact, and Reed can be... yeah, he's Reed. Stoner Raptor extraordinaire. Rosa, yes, mi novio? It seems Rosa has calmed down somewhat, though still beaming happy and excited, resuming to feed the both of us. Maybe I could come and chomp seaweed with you? Gulp. I mean, to help you in an... Oh, no, Tonto. Este mi trabajo. I must do this alone. But In an instant, Rosa's ruby eyes turn pleading, and she takes my cheek into her hand as she looks at me. Please let me do this alone. I know that you're trying to help me, Novio, but I have to know that I can, that I... Rosa's words trail off, but I get the gist of what she's trying to say, though I can't say that I'm happy about it. Looks like it'll be some time yet till things go back to normal. Normal-er. I force a smile onto my face and take Rosa's hand into mine, placing a kiss inside her palm. It's okay. I understand. Getting Reed to agree to this meeting, I mean. You're doing great already. Rosa shoots me one last thankful smile. And the bell rings, tearing us away from our peaceful little pocket of reality, and signaling the dreaded return to the hell that is other people. The rest of the week goes by in a similar fashion. Me doing my best to get Rosa to spend time with me, or being too busy with her mother and getting worm drama together again. The latter one, mostly. Then the lengths Rosa went to meet and talk with all the band members. I'd be impressed if only it didn't mean the two of us got to spend less time together. I mean, I'm still impressed, I just hate it. And I had to be constantly reminded of it too, seeing Reed and Trish in the hallways. They never stopped to talk to me or anything, though Trish sure loved giving me death flares, and I didn't stop to talk to them either. Without Fang, there just wasn't a good enough reason for me to bother. And I guess they must have thought about it the same way too. And Fang, let's just say I saw so little of her that I was starting to question if she even came to school anymore. Even though Rosa assures me that she does. And that she's been doing good progress getting through to the Punk Tarot. In fact, Rosa tells me she will be meeting all 3 band members this Saturday. Trish and Reed promised to show, and apparently Fang didn't outright say no either. Go figure. But once again, it meant that with Sunday reserved for Mass, and prayer and family stuff, I won't get to hang out with Rosa yet again. Not unless I wanted to sit in church listening to those endless sermons. And I'm just not that desperate. Yet. But lo and behold, at least I managed to talk to her into having breakfast with me on Saturday. In some cafe or something. So yeah, maybe there's something to that desperation thing after all. If not only did I agree to a locale like that, but offered it myself. Whatever, at least we'll get to spend some time together that's just about us. Oh, Anon, este helado es bueno. Bien bueno. I'm glad you like it. I'm not just saying that. Seeing Rosa happy, it makes me happy too. We've met a little over an hour ago by a nearby park on the edge of Skin Row. We chose the spot beforehand in mutual agreement. Rosa wanted to make sure that I won't get lost on the way, and as for me, I knew there'd be enough parking spaces so that Rosa wouldn't wreck any cars trying to park. From there, we picked the first place that caught her eyes, an ice cream parlor. To get Rosa's mind off the whole Fang thing, as much as for my own sake, I tried asking her about how her mother's doing. But for some reason, this time, she wouldn't say. Which either meant she didn't want to tell me, or that she honestly didn't know herself. It does sound stupid, like, why wouldn't she know? But then again, I could absolutely see Isabelle not wanting for Rosa to see her being all weak and hooked up to machines and whatnot. The women did go to some lengths to mask her illness. I'm first-hand witness to that. Anyways, Rosa tried acting casual about it, though ultimately it did more to raise my concern than to alleviate it. In the end, I just let her change the subject. Which brings us to... now. So, I guess I should find something new to talk about. Normally, people make it look so easy, making small talk. Um, Looking around, my eyes eventually land on Rosa's 3 scoops of ice cream. Imagine it's actually Reed. Trisha's going to be there, isn't she? Oh, here, you mean? I don't know. All 3 mounds are yellowish-white in color, and I can't tell their flavor just by looking. What you get? Vanilla? Nope. Rosa shakes her head, taking a spoonful before answering. Chocolato Blanco. White chocolate? This time she nods. Not sure where to go from here. Could I try some? To my surprise, Rosa is quick to hide her treat behind her, shielding it with her body from me. And her eyes are shooting lightning at me. De ninguna manera pendejo. If you wanted chocolate, you should have got some. Is mine. Despite Rosa's stern voice, I can't help but chuckle, pleading her playfully. Oh, come on, all I want is a little taste. I swear, if you could kill someone by just looking, I'd be 6 feet under already. 6 feet under already. Oh no, Rosa's a feeder. She's gonna make Anon fat. 12 even. But such things can't deter me. Instead, I lean forward over the table, diving in for a kiss. Well, if you won't give me a taste, then I'll just have to fight you for it. With both hands guarding her bowl, Rosa can do little to stop me from kissing the molten specks of ice cream right off her lips. Though it's not like she's trying to put up a fight anyway. Instead, as I sit back, I can clearly hear her giggle, berating me in a teasing, mock-angry voice. Ay, ain't on you. Hold on. Ay, ain't on. You better stop being such a bad boy or else. Rosa's words are cut off by a loud noise that at first I can't place. The Season 1 DBZ opening theme. Uh-oh. It's Cocoa Melon to her. It's literal liquid crack. It's Cocoa Melon time, baby. Only then to realize it's her phone ringing. Oh, never mind. I thought like there was an episode playing at the parlor or something. And she'd just fucking block him out. I'm retarded. Only then to realize it's her phone ringing. Rosa promptly puts down the ice cream, getting her phone from her purse. Her face is turning real serious all of a sudden. Has she been expecting a call? It's not from Fang, is it? I swear to God, if this date suddenly turns into me having to watch Rosa plan their own date with Fang, I'll disembowel someone on the spot. I'll fight you for it. Jump cut to Anon in the hospital in a full body cast, yeah. Not yet sure who. I know this stuff is important to Rosa, but geez, I have my limits too. I watch in silence as Rosa looks at the name displayed on the screen, hesitating for a second before lifting the device to her ear. As if the whole outside world just suddenly disappeared around her. See, Papa? Oh, it's her father. Joshua, I think? By the sounds of it, he's not in the best state of mind right now. I can't make out what he's saying, but there's one word he keeps repeating. Madre. Shit. The intense expression on Rosa's face becomes increasingly aghast, and immediately it makes me assume the worst. It couldn't have happened. Right? Not now, when we finally had some time for ourselves. And what am I even saying? It shouldn't have happened at all. Ever. As I sit there bummed out, Rosa gets up from the table, dropping everything to rush to her car. Oh, I'll see ya! Well, there goes my ride home. Hey, wait up! I can't tell if she's heard me or not, frantically trying to fight her way through the traffic in the middle of the damn road. After Jesus, she's gonna end up in the hospital herself like this. Or the morgue. I struggle to keep up, throwing a 20 and all my spare change on the table to pay for our orders, then run after Rosa. Rosa! Hey, Rosa! Whoa! I make my way across the street, barely able to catch up to Rosa as she gets to her car. What? What happened? It's mi madre. I was reading. Es mi madre, papi, desque se esta panito mi enfermia is... Ah! Fumbling with her car keys, she all but drops them. I quickly pick them up for her, though I can already feel some of her frustration starting to rub off on me. English, Rosa, please. At first she looks back at me blankly, as if I just slapped her. Then she breathes in, slowly, forcing herself to calm down, despite the tears collecting in the corners of her eyes. It's Mama, ain't on. She's getting worse. Papa doesn't know if tengo que verlo, mi novio. Finally, Rosa manages to get the car door open. She whips inside. Without a word, I get over to the passenger side, but just as I get in, I hear the locking mechanism click. Surprised, I jerk my hand away. Rosa rolls down the windows and turns to me from inside the car. Rosa, what are you... You are not coming with me, Anon. This time, it's me who feels like I've been slapped in the face. But what are you talking about? Of course I'm going with you. Rosa shakes her head, her eyes both serious and apologizing. I know you want to come, mi novio. But someone has to meet Fang. Oh no! Oh no! Oh no! 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 Oh boy. We're fucked. Slap. Slap, slap, slap. Slap, slap, slap. Clap, clap, clap. And then the hits just keep coming. I open my mouth, but no words come out. I can't believe what Rosa is saying. Is she seriously thinking about Fang even now? I want to shake my head, to refuse, to object, to go with Rosa to the hospital. But I can't. The pleading, almost begging look on her face leaves me with no other option but to accept. So I sigh, my shoulders dropping. Fine. But please be careful driving, yeah? Rosa gives me a relieved look with a faint smile. Asi Lohar. She rolls up her window and sits back into her seat, then pulls out of the parking lot with screeching tires. I watch her go and note with some bittersweet happiness that at least she's not running the first red light she comes across. So, meeting Fang. What the fuck am I even going to say to her? It's so over, it is. Like, oh, this is gonna go just great. I shift around in my seat nervously. Where are we even meeting Fang? Like, Anon would even know that. But as far as taxis go, this one's pretty comfy. But comfy or not, I'm still on fucking edge. The meeting with Fang, I'm not sure what Rosa expected, how the meeting would go, but I'm pretty damn sure it didn't. As in, it never happened. I followed Rosa's hastily texted over directions the best I could, and eventually I did happen upon Reed and Trish. They weren't really happy to see me. Reed was surprised, but indifferent if anything. Trish, though, as soon as she saw me, she went off the crazy rails, demanding to know what I was doing there, where Rosa was, and all that jazz. It took the combined efforts of both Reed and me to calm her down enough to at least hear me out. So I forced myself to keep cool, which, under the given circumstances, certainly wasn't easy, and explained the situation to them. After that, although it was clear Trish wanted to keep bitching at me, she held her tongue, if begrudgingly so. But after, we just weren't sure how to continue. It was awkward, to say the least. I asked Reed if he knew when Fang planned to show up, but he just shrugged his shoulders. According to him, it was pretty hard to contact Fang these days. Turned out, Reed was actually looking forward to this meeting, hoping for a chance to talk to Fang and smooth the waters or some shit. Trish didn't comment on any of it. So, we waited. But after half an hour passed with just us twiddling our thumbs, it was clear that Fang never intended to show. Trish was the first to call our little rendezvous for what it is. Bullshit. And with that, she left. Reed stuck around for about 10 more minutes, but since it was pointless for him to stay any longer, he excused himself as well. I didn't stop him, and I didn't try to strike up a conversation. All through it all, I kept checking my phone like a chronic attention whore after uploading a new pic, waiting for even a morsel of info from Rosa on the situation. So all in all, it was a total fucking waste of time. I knew I shouldn't have gone. I should have insisted on staying with Rosa, because God knows how much of a critical time this is for her, and, well, for all of her family. So, here I am, in a taxi. I figure I have nothing better to do anyways, so I might as well go check up on Rosa in person. Thankfully, by now, I managed to memorize Rosa's address, so I didn't need to play charades with the driver. It's only been a couple of hours since we separated. I don't even know if she's home yet. I thought about calling or texting her, but if her mom just died, then it would be kind of inappropriate. Feels like it anyway. Suffice it to say, the ride was spent in total silence. Except as I get out of the taxi, I can clearly see all the cars neatly pulled up behind the gates, including Rosa's. So, okay, what the hell? Watching the taxi roll off and pull a Yui, I fetch my phone from my pocket. My thumb drifts over Rosa's contact, lingering there as I hesitate to make the call. I mean, since I'm here anyway, I could just go up the door and ring the bell. If her mother really died then, though, I have no idea how long these kind of proceedings go on, but this place seems way too calm for something so dramatic to have happened. Oh well, here goes nothing, I guess. A phone call still is more tactful than barging in unannounced during whatever processions might be going on in there. I may be an autist, but even I know that much. It takes Rosa some time to reply, but eventually her voice comes through the speakers. Ain't on? Her voice is unsure, coarse, and crackling a little. I don't like it. Yeah, it's me. How'd it go? What happened? Is your mom okay? As I wait for Rosa's reply, I notice how worked up I'm getting. My heart is beating so fast, I wonder if Rosa can hear it over the phone. Mama is... We just don't know yet. Huh? Yet? But her car is here. Rosa can't still be at the hospital, can she? Scratching the back of my neck, I consider my options and where to go from here. I see. And how are you? No answer. Alright, fine. This is the point where I go meet her in person. Rosa, I'm here? Oh, I know, Minovio, and we'll talk more tomorrow, okay? Wait, shit, that's not... She must have thought it meant it like I'm there, like, there for her. Which, granted, is true, but that's not... No, I mean I'm here, on your driveway. In serio? Siesta? Instead of answering properly, I can hear Rosa talking to someone else in the background. In Spanish, of course. It had most likely, by the sound of it. Sounds a lot better than he did this morning, though. Way more calmed down. So, that's a good thing, right? I hear Rosa's voice again, snapping to attention. Está bien, let me go get you, Anon. Even in here, the atmosphere doesn't get a whole lot more welcoming. First thing I notice is, same as last time, the absence of drool-inducing smells. Really does make a difference, not having Isabelle here. How long has it been now? A week since she's been taken to the hospital? More? Less? with all that's been going on with Fang and Trish and all the rest. I can't even tell for sure. Not that I can ponder on it for too long, though, because as Rosa closes the door behind us, we're left in almost complete darkness. I'm surprised and more confused than anything. Rosa? It's getting kinda voodoo up in here. I laugh nervously, blinking several times till my eyes adjust. Once they do, I notice a faint glow coming from another room, and it seems Rosa is going in that direction too. All the light in the room is coming from a couple of candles standing on the table where we ate that one time. Even the curtains have been drawn, blocking out all the sunlight that would otherwise be pouring into the room. Joshua is sitting by the table, staring into flickering flames with a face of stone. That is until he notices us entering. Quickly regaining his usual welcoming demeanor, he welcomes to greet us. We chat a little, and he tells me about how him and the lads have been working the fields all weekend. And yeah, I can totally imagine that being the case with how tired he looks, and how many forced pauses there are in his speech. Anyway, Rosa soon excuses us, and her father happily tells us to run along, sitting back to the table to pray over the candles or whatever it is he was doing. I still don't get all these hardcore dino on a stick worship rituals. She's busy. Manifestos take time to write, man. Oh no. Oh great, they're going to play a nice game of Phasmophobia. Soon we're sitting on the edge of Rosa's bed, with the door open a crack, because this still is a household that upholds propriety. The bottle of mystery ointment she used on my back last time I was here is still sitting on her bedside table. I'm gonna have to go get another bottle of water soon. In fact, maybe I should do that right now. I'll be right back. Ending 0, Isabelle becomes a vengeful spirit and murders Anon. That could happen. I gotta get carefully comfortable again. Oh joy. I recall the memory, both sweet and maddening. Sweet because, well, for obvious reasons. And maddening because it was that day when it all went to shit. Anon. Rosa's voice is so soft, I almost miss it. She looks nothing short of a disaster, too. The stressful events of the day evident on her face. What little makeup she had on for our date is all gone now, reduced to smudged black specks of her eyeliner on her cheek, battling with her equally smudged blush under her puffy red eyes. Her wild mane is all messy, too. Her usually neatly kept tresses pointing in all different directions of the compass. She just looks so vulnerable, especially when clutches her arms like that. I knew I should have gone with her. I watched silently as Rosa composes herself, forcing a more serious expression on her face and sucking in air in preparation to say something. Something important, no doubt. How is Fang doing? Did you speak to her? Oh boy, it's time for some more water, yeah? Wow. Okay, but seriously? It takes all my mental strength not to shout, who the fuck cares about Fang right into Rosa's face right now? I'm pretty sure I couldn't have stopped myself from mumbling it either. If only my breath didn't hitch in my throat the second I heard her question. The way it is, though, I just end up staring at Rosa with wide eyes. But, fine. Maybe I can use this opportunity to think about what I say for once in my life, instead of making that everything is worse by being a spurg. So I clear my throat, close my eyes, and quickly reevaluate the situation. I'm now at least like 90% sure that Rosa's mother didn't bite the dust today. The call Rosa got earlier must have been a false alarm. With how distant she's been about the subject lately, I think she didn't ask me to come here because she didn't want me to have to deal with any of that stuff. Or maybe she's convinced that if she can't fix her mom, then what the fuck should I do about it? And she wouldn't be wrong about that. But anyway, Rosa must be frustrated that she couldn't meet Fang today due to this stupid misunderstanding with the hospital. That settles it. I'll tell her about the Fang situation, and then we'll see where the evening takes us. Maybe Rosa can make us some delicious dinner after all, if I can get her to calm down. I couldn't talk to Fang today. I'm sorry. I totally expect Rosa to blow up hearing the news, to go on a long rant in Spanish, and to maybe punch a hole in the wall or something. She's not Kyle. But what happens is none of that. She looks down at her hands folded in her lap, shoulders dropping. My sweet Rosa just looks miserable. Hurts my damn soul, man. I scoot close right beside her, hugging her like I've done so many times before. Hey, it's okay. You tried your best, right? Or maybe this just... Hold on. But maybe this just isn't meant to be, like... Suddenly, Rosa pulls away from my embrace, her eyes burning holes through me. Imbecile, you should have tried harder. Oh, what? You were me at Pradero, whatever. Anon, I expected you to do better. We won't be able to help Fang if we don't give it all we got. No lo entiendes? No, Rosa, you don't understand. I couldn't talk to Fang because she never showed up at all. Huh? It was just Reed and Trish and me and... Well, let me tell you, all that happened was that purple midget shouted at me for half an hour, then she just left. And then Reed did too. I mean, what was I supposed to do? You should have tried harder! This reveal of information seems to have taken Rosa by surprise. I guess she didn't expect things to have gone this bad. But seriously, what was I supposed to do now? I tried. Navio SCS como si suicido. I'm sorry, I shouldn't have doubted you, mi novio. It's just this whole situation is... Ugh. This time she can't suppress the urge to punch something. Not me, luckily, but one of her nearby pillows. Though a second later I can just barely dodge that same pillow zooming through the air, connecting to the wall behind me with a soft thud. With that, it seems Rosa has gotten the anger out of her system, slouching forward. I hug her again, but other than that, I'm not very sure about what I should say or do to make things better for her. Ultimately, I just end up stroking her hair. Slowly, sweetly. It seems to work too, because Rosa's breathing gradually evens out, and I can feel some of the tension leaving her body. She even returns the hug after a while, nuzzling her face into my shoulder. Watch the horn! Wispy little breaths tickle what few hairs I have on the back of my neck, but I fight the urge to squirm away. Instead, I strengthen my hold on her, not wanting for the world to let go. After a long while, I've managed to calm Rosa down enough for us to pick up a relatively normal, only slightly awkward conversation. It's pretty difficult to find any subject that doesn't relate to either Fang or Isabelle. Rosa even asked me if I want to stay for dinner, and while the prospect of greasy, meaty goodness definitely is enticing, I turn her down. I mean, her and her father aren't in the best moods right now, so whatever kind of dinner we'd like we'd have likely wouldn't go down the way I'd imagine it. It seems Rosa understands my quandary, because after reconfirming if I'm really sure, she just nods silently. We talked for a while after that, and then I called my cab and took my leave. Really, after all is said and done, I'm just happy Rosa took everything that happened today so well. I kinda envy her, seeing how much the whole Trish doxing incident fucked my whole life up. But whatever, I'm sure Rosa will help me through all that, just like I'm helping her deal with her problems. That's just how a good, stable relationship like ours is supposed to work. The rest of the weekend was nothing special, and neither were the next couple of days. Rosa got back to her busy bee schedule, softening up the members of Room Drama, and if anything, she's only got more zealous about her crusade, not wanting to take no for an answer like I would have. Supposedly, she even got through to Fang, and this time for reals, by the time Wednesday came around. I just have no idea how she managed that, and especially how she fit it all in with her chores at home and visiting her mother in the hospital. And studying. But then again, with all the time she's got not spending hanging out with the gardening club or with me, maybe it's not that big of a miracle. At least we still have our lunches together. And hey, on occasion, I've even managed to get Rosa to talk about something other than how much she worries about Fang. Times like those are truly special, leading conversations just the way it used to be before all these shitstorms. And that's something no one can take from us. Hey, lover birds. Me and my big mouth. Hi. Hola, Stella. How are you guys doing? It's such a nice day today, isn't it? I just can't wait to spend the afternoon planting flowers. Spears told me that we'll have tons of helping hands from all the people in detention after the projector incident. Uh-oh. That means Trish. Before either of us could say anything, Stella plops down between us without a care in the world. Oh no, NTR Stella's at it again. Oh boy. Rosa and I sit a bit further apart to accommodate this rude invasion of our privacy. Ugh. Stella should be happy that Stella should be happy that she's herself and not anybody else, or I might need to call her out on this bullshit. But knowing her, she's probably just being flippant like usual, and not trying to pull some girl drama thing. Still, I'd like it a lot if she left us the fuck alone. I know she's Rose's best friend and all, but that's exactly why she should think about what's best for her. And right now, that's being able to have a peaceful lunch with her boyfriend, because God knows Rose's life is lively enough already. But of course, Stella is Stella, and Stella doesn't think. You know which flowers I'm talking about, right, Rosa? The azaleas? Yes, yes, yes! The silver azaleas we bought together at the start of the semester. By the end of the year, we'll have a few rhododendrons like we always wanted. Isn't that great? Let's see. It is great, Stella. I know! Watch, Rose is gonna blow up at her. At this point, Stella finally shuts up. But only for just a second. Rosa, Is everything okay? How's your mom doing? She's fine, Stella. I can't hold my tongue any longer. Everything's fine. You can drop it. It's incredible how much Stella can't read a fucking room. There's a good reason why Rosa doesn't want to talk about her mom in front of others. How hasn't Stella figured it out yet? Come on. Confused stare she gives me clearly tells me she really hasn't, though. She must feel pretty foolish now, words caught in her throat. Rosa is speechless at Stella's cluelessness, too. She's probably just thankful that I spoke up. Rosa is usually quite soft on Stella, at least when she's not giving her the shoe-to-head treatment. And a delicate subject like this, with Stella bumbling her way into it with the grace of a hippo, well, I'm actually feeling proud of myself that Rosa expected me to handle it. She's relying more and more on my feeble social skills lately, first having me be her proxy, and then this. Getting back to the conversation at hand, finally, Stella seems to have composed myself enough for an apology. Okay, okay. Now she's still trying to steal glances at Rosa, probably to gauge how badly she upset her with this faux pas. Sorry, I didn't mean to pry or... I just... As the lime stego's words are drowned out. My, the bell! Enon's got the bell on his phone. Which is for the best, really. She turns to Rosa once again, mouth agape like a fish out of water, as she's trying to find the right words. But I just stare her down, doing my best to shield Rosa from any more trouble. In the end, thankfully, Stella leaves with just a short farewell. I give Rosa a quick hug goodbye too, and leave for my own class. Stella appears. Enon's day is ruined. Stella's going to turn the school garden into a cherry orchard. Boy, Stella sure can't read a room, am I right? As I do, I also do my best to ignore how robotic Rosa's hug was. And make a mental note to not let Stella fuck with her again. At least, naively, that's what I thought then. With Rosa's mental health deteriorating and me being the only one who saw the situation for what it was, I convinced myself that this was the lowest point, that this was the absolute worst it could get. Can't tell I was a fan of me being the only one Rosa could turn for support, but I guess I was kind of proud of it. I just figured I had to tough out till prom and that would be the end of it. I really, really thought that. In my mind, I pictured it like this. Once Rosa got Vern drama to play at prom, it would finally be the way it used to be, that she would stop. And we'd go on to college, or we would join Rosa's family working on the fields. Anything, really, as long as it meant Rosa and me staying together. In time, even though I even thought Rosa's mom would have gotten out of the hospital. And then it would be all sunshines, daisy, and happiness. Leaving all this depressing stuff behind. But that's not quite what happened. After the false alarm last week, I was sure Isabelle's condition couldn't get any worse. And I figured that if she's not getting worse, then surely she can only get better. Getting the treatment she needed, surrounded by doctors and nurses. It should have been a no-brainer, right? She should have bounced back. I had this fantasy in my head. On prom night, I would go over to Rosa's place, dressed to the nines in a crisp suit. And flowers, I'd bring flowers too, the nice expensive kind. There would be Isabelle opening the door, with Rosa still putting on the final touches or whatever. She'd tell me what a handsome young man I am, and see how right I am for her daughter. Oh no, we got random background dinos. And then she'd invite me inside, while the rest of Rosa's family there to witness the event. I'd mingle, show off what a cool guy I am. It's a fantasy, okay? Anyway, and I'd hear a door creak. I'd look slowly and see her. Rosa. Beautiful. Sweet. Loving. Rosa. I'd compliment her on her looks, which would obviously be stunning. We'd take some pictures, and then it would be off with us to prom to make all the other gals and guys envious. After that, we would sneak out to the beach or maybe to a cliff overlooking the city, and make love under the stars until the break of dawn found us there. It's cheesy, yeah, I know, but this was the first time in my life I had a girlfriend. And Raptor Jesus be my witness, I wanted to make it a night neither of us could ever forget. Unfortunately, the future I imagined was fading far fast, as a depressing truth settled in its place. Hospital time. Can't have shit in Volcadera. New update on Garden. It's not really new. A susurrus of Spanish surrounds me. Can't understand shit, are the scant few words I do somehow make out, and even those barely. Por favor, Isabelle, Raptor Jesus. Mama. How much I could add to that kind of conversation. And I still don't speak Spanish. Honestly, I'm not even sure how I ended up here. It's been a rather average Tuesday morning, suffering through classes till lunch period came around. Only instead of spending it having lunch with Rosa as I intended, we were both scooped up by her father, frantically shoved into the back seat of the car, and well, here we are now. I can't even talk to Rosa in the state she's in. Not hysterical or anything, but still intense, very intense. She won't even let me offer her a hug for comfort, not letting anyone but her siblings and father close. Makes me feel like I'm just a ninth wheel or something in this situation. Useless and unnecessary. At least if Rosa let me console her, but... I tried taking her hand, but it's not happening. Sigh. I hope this won't take too long. I mean, I don't even know what's happening. Doctors and nurses have been going in and out of Isabelle's room for a while now, and they made us all wait out here, despite everyone's protest. Well, what's the deal? For real? I get it, they're all worried and stuff, but, ugh. At this point, I seriously can't tell what I'd be more angry about. If this turns out to be another false alarm, or if not. Wait, hold on. Something seems to be happening. Rose's dad just went into the room with one of those doctors, a trike and hilariously reminiscent of Trish. I see trigger privilege is still alive and well in this day and age. Though maybe I shouldn't complain, because I'm sure my skinny brownie points contribute a lot to me getting that lunch card. One thing I notice is that while Joshua is in a hurry to get inside, that doctor sure isn't. I can't tell if that's a good sign or not. Maybe the critical time has passed about whatever was going on. Although I guess she looked kind of distressed. Maybe just uncomfortable. Having half a dozen Venosauruses clog up your hospital hallway can do that. I reach for Rose's hand again, but her attention is fixated on the door and she doesn't even notice. Okay, so they're in there. And we're out here. And he's in... Oh, they're coming out! Shit, that doesn't look like a happy expression on Joshua's face right now. Not at all. He looks back inside the room, then at the ground, in the room again, and finally at the trigger standing beside him. His mouth opens and closes like a fish out of water. But I know he's not saying anything, because it's been dead silent in the hallway ever since he came out. A deafening kind of silence. On the faces around me, I see all kinds of emotions. Despair, hope, disbelief, refusal, anger. But deep down, I think we all know what's going on, regardless of how much we want to accept it or not. It was only a matter of time. Reluctantly, Joshua raises a hand towards his children, beckoning them closer. It's only Rosa who looks back. I can't read her expression. I mean, I can tell that she's distraught, but it's as if she's expecting me to say something or do something. But soon one of her brothers drags her away, leaving me alone in the hallway. Just as well. Whatever's going on inside that room right now, I shouldn't comment on it. It isn't any of my business. None whatsoever. About an hour and a half has passed since then. The other day I joked that I wasn't sure how long these kind of procedures go on, but even then I was very surprised by how much the doctors and funeral directors tortured Rosa and her family with papers and stuff before they all let us go. Then went on and on about organ donation and the cause of death, picking dates for all kinds of things, including the funeral itself, that sort of thing. You'd think with how long Isabelle spent in the hospital, her family would have had all the time in the world to plan ahead. I guess it's just that they, like me, didn't expect things to turn out this way. Who would want to? Anyways, it probably shouldn't have taken so long as it did, but halfway through the proceedings, Rose's dad just kinda gave up. He just shut off, totally non-responsive. I have to admit, it was tough to see that. Rosa tried to pitch in, but ultimately it was her eldest brother who took over. He jotted down signatures for any and all superfluous paperwork that couldn't be put off till another day, then led us outside. The brothers split up the cars, and with him getting in his father's truck to take him and Rosa home. Obviously, I tagged along. I want to be here for Rosa. Poor sweet Rosa, who has done nothing but cry on my shoulder ever since we left the hospital. Makes me feel slightly better, knowing that there's a point to me being here now. So that's progress, at least. Nobody is talking. Nothing is heard, only the roars of the engine and Rosa's sobs. And the occasional Spanish curses her brother murmurs when he can't catch a green light. With the silence growing unbearably long, I take it upon myself to speak up. I place a hand on her head, stroking her tresses gently to get her attention. Shh, it's gonna be alright, Rosa. It'll be fine. You must be strong, right? Your mother would want you to be strong. She would want you to... She would want you to move on. Oh boy, that's not what you say. Oh boy. Hold on a moment. There we go. Oh boy. Dude's channeling his ending one Inko, yeah. Giving Rosa green card mod, what? Susasaurus sounds like something you'd hear in Dino Among Us. It is now. Rosa's cries slowly stop as I talk to her, and now she looks up at me with widened pupils. I didn't know what else to say, but she looks like she wants to hear more of my reassuring words. Isabelle is... Your mama is in a better place now. Her suffering is over. You couldn't have helped her anyway. Oh, that's not what you... That's the thing she's struggling with. Rosa's still not saying anything, and instead nuzzles under my chin again, still with that bewildered expression on her face. It's making me question if I said the right things after all, though I'm sure I did. A little cliched, but that's only because this is the kind of stuff that works in these situations. It's the thought that counts and all that. Like when you get a shit-ass present, but you have to pretend that you're happy for it nonetheless. It's like that. I open my mouth to keep going, but suddenly I'm interrupted. Vincent? Oh no, Vinny's here. No, get Vinny out of here. And on Human Guy, Vivis and Guido Verdad. You live there? Skin Row? Oh, yes? Great. Yes, Estamo Equi. You can get out now. He stops the car, reaching back behind his seat to open the door for me. I'm pretty surprised by all this. I thought we'd be going back to Rosa's place to, like, mourn and stuff. It's real nice of them to take me home. We're only a couple of corners away, on the very edge of Skin Row. He mustn't have known my full address, I guess. In any case, I thank him and awkwardly squeeze away from Rosa. Screeching out. I turn to say my goodbyes, but they're already rolling away. That's a little rude. But I won't hold it against the guy. He's been through enough for one day. They all have. But I'm sure he just wants to get home too, and wind down, so it's double nice of him that he thought about me at all. After watching the car leave, I take a better look at where I am, thinking about the best way to get home without getting shanked or getting all my spare change bummed off of me. Now that I think about it, it's still early afternoon. If I went back to school right away, I might be able to catch last period. Although I really don't know why I would even consider it. If there's an upside to anything that's happened today, is that I could skip class without consequence. Makes me wonder if Spears would say anything if I didn't go in tomorrow either. Yeah, maybe he would. Isabelle is Rose's mother, not mine. That's like secondhand smoking or something. Oh, whatever. One day off is still more than none. Let's just go home for now and figure out what to do with the rest of the day. Anon is going to get gored. Anon, you need to leave right now. Is that what Snoot Leak logo's do? What is that Snoot Leak logo doing in the corner? I wouldn't worry about it. On my way home, I stopped briefly to get groceries and some snacks, thinking about all the chores I had been putting off lately. Contrary to what getting a day off from school should be like, weirdly enough, I didn't feel like playing games or browsing my favorite online welding enthusiast forums. Seriousness of the events of the day finally got to me. So as I make the bed, sweep the floor, iron my clothes and whatnot, I start to see this whole thing in a very different light. Isabelle's death doesn't affect me directly, this fact remains true, but it's also not a thing I can weather passively. I can't wait around idly for this thing and its consequences to just blow over. That's a very real and permanent thing, and involving my girlfriend of all people. Rosa will need me on her side, and I will need to be there for her no matter what. Like today, in the car, my focus must be on making things better for her. For us. Rosa can't be trusted to know what's best for us. Not in this state she's in. Not in the state she's been in for weeks. Her mother's death will only be the icing on top. I must take charge now if I want us to have a future together, any sort of future. Or better yet, the kind of future I'd want us to have. One in which we could both be happy. But for that, I'll need to be prepared. I need to know what comes next. Will Rosa be coming to school? Not for the rest of the week, at least, I'm sure. Maybe I could talk her into taking another week off. Not only does she deserve it, but I wouldn't want her to make a scene in public, and the whole school would be talking about her, and it's not something I wish. Not for either of our sakes. I'm not going to be the subject of any nasty rumors, not any more than I already probably am. But I don't want Rosa to fall behind with her studies either, so maybe I could go over to her place in the afternoons to study and check up on her. Like tiny little bite-sized dates. I'm sure Rosa would appreciate me being there to lift her spirit. I consider calling her multiple times throughout the evening too, but then I figure I should let them have their piece today. Plus, well, I don't want to listen to Rosa crying her heart out again. God knows there's been more than enough of that going on lately. But wouldn't you know it, just as I'm about to open a bag of chips and settle in for a 6-hour video essay about stone wheel rising to pass the time while I do all my piled up laundry, I get a call from none other than Rosa herself. My heart skips a beat, and I'm surprised to see my hand shake as I stare at the screen. It's one thing to talk about taking charge, but this is the real deal right here. For a couple of seconds, I think about letting the call go to voicemail, but that would go against everything I just vowed to do. I force myself to calm down, with varying degrees of success, clear my throat, and tap the call button. Hey, Rosa. What's up? How are you doing? How are you guys doing over there? Are you okay? I'm talking increasingly faster, but I managed to stop myself just before I could reach spur levels of panic. Before I could have asked, is your mom feeling better, too? That would have been bad. Vio, I wanted to talk to you. Oh, okay, but are you alright? Just tell me that first. Those things you said to me when we were in the car. Vincent, me brother, who thinks you were being disrespectful. That's why he got the boot. Towards Mama, towards me. What? Disrespectful? But I... No, see, Pericoopy, you were right. Well, I'm glad that she agrees at least. The last thing I want to do is make an ass out of myself in front of Rosa's family. I have to be strong. I couldn't help Mama, but that doesn't mean I should give in to the grief. No, all this means is that I have to be twice as determined if I want to help Fang. Oh, for fuck's sake, still going on about that crap? Really? No, Rosa Fang is... We must help her, Minovio. I must. No. Fucking fruit fly in here. Just when you think you get rid of them, they come back. Ugh. No, fuck no. What we, or rather I must do, is put an end to this madness. Rosa, no, listen here. You're not thinking clearly. Mine should be the least of our concerns right now. I get it that you're pissed off or whatever, but you're making a mistake. Stop. Just stop. Please? I held back once, and you see what happened? I let Mama stop me from trying to help her, and now she's gone. I'm not making the same mistake again. And just like that, the call ends. So, well, that went well. I really put my foot down, just the way I wanted. Nice going, Anon. I'm not the religious kind, really I'm not, that I can't help but think of one singular phrase. God help us. I don't know how, I don't know when, but I'm really fucking certain that this won't end well. Rosa doubling down on her pestering Fang? Oh yeah, that'll be just swell, truly. Unless I could change her mind somehow, we'll be in it for the duration too. Should I call her back right now? No, that's probably not a good idea. I don't even know what I could say to her that I haven't already said. She's making a mistake, but she can't see it. I mean, she's not wrong. Her mother is dead. But there was nothing Rosa could have done about it. And there's nothing she can do about Fang and her troubles. It's all Trish's fault anyway. She fucked up Fang in the head proper. She turned her against everyone and especially me. And now it's just all fucked. There's no one fucking it. Rosa should just give up and focus on what's really important, our relationship. Because if there's something under strain here, then it sure is. I just hope she'll see it before it's too late. A couple of days has passed since the events in the hospital. As I predicted, Rosa has chosen to stay at home and focus on recovering, not coming to school, other than briefly visiting Spears at the start of the week, probably to catch him up on what's happened. Joshua was there as well, adding some weight to the situation. I met them too, also briefly. Or rather, I should say that I managed to catch them before they could have left the building. Rosa, hey Rosa, wait up! Hi, Anon. What is it? Well, it's just I'm happy to see you. That was very true. It is good to see her. I know that it's only been a couple of days, but I did already start to miss seeing her. Ever since then, our phone conversations were sparse, and though I made sure to check up on Rosa daily, she was always to the point and quick about it. I was very worried that next time I did see her, she'd look all depressed, withering away or something. I was so afraid of forever losing the same sweet and caring Rosa I knew. But looking at her now, thankfully, I couldn't be farther from the truth. Rosa seems just fine. Lovable and beautiful as ever. Maybe her eyes are a little tired looking, but that's all. She even went to the trouble of putting on makeup. I wouldn't have thought spears amounted to that kind of treatment, but hey, good on her to care. I was just like Rosa too, always caring more than she should. But anyway, the silence between us is now growing a little too long, so I should probably say something. You're, looking nice. Are you doing okay? Keeping up with school and stuff? I could swing by this afternoon and... No, Anon, I'm meeting Fang in the band today. Oh, you are? And why am I even surprised? See, Anon, I told you that... Vamonos, Rosa. Deberiamos Perinos marcha. Lo siento, Papa. Trien razón un momento. Hablarmos más tarde, mi novio. We'll talk later. Rosa, wait. When will I see you again? A slight smile appears on Rosa's face, but only for a second. She closes her eyes, sighing. I do not know, Anon. I have much to do. At that, I don't even know what to say. Rosa squeezes my hand apologetically and shoots me a warmish smile. Despite everything, her grip is the same I've grown to know, gentle but firm and secure. But then she lets go. Goodbye for now, mi novio. Bye. This pattern of us talking and not talking continued on for a while. I would try to talk to Rosa, but she would always be busy with Fang or Reed or Trish or all three of them together. But mainly Fang. Same as it was before her mother died, only much worse. She became like a real zealot, fanatic about her new cause. I was doing my best to, well, if not support her, but to tolerate her behavior. For a while. But as her attention gradually shifted to everything but me, needless to say, arguments followed. Not all-out fighting, but it was just no good. If our relationship was strained before, I have no idea what to call this mess anymore. With how little I saw of Rosa and how little of her affection I got, which I should have deserved, this was starting to feel like less and less of a relationship altogether. Until one morning. Sorry, Spears, I couldn't come to school today. I got a second-hand dead mom. Sunglasses slowly materialize onto his head. My AP Euro exam is this Monday. Well, good luck. Watching video essays, he truly is possessed by one inko. Plot twist, Trish killed Isabelle. Huh? My phone? Who on earth could be calling me at this hour? Not Rosa again, I hope. Bad as that sounds, don't want to start the day with another argument. Wait, no, it's Fang. I didn't even know she still had my number. I totally expected her to delete it and block me and whatever else. I never actually checked. Never cared to, really. It made sense that she would want to keep her distance. Unlike Rosa, at least she had the right idea. But not anymore, it seems. So what could have happened? Did Rosa actually manage to get through to Fang? Is that why she's calling me? To talk? To apologize? To be honest, I'm starting to get real nervous here, and maybe a little bit afraid. Yeah? Ain't on! The voice of an angry Taro booms into my ears so loud, I almost dropped my damn phone. Struggling to regain hold of the device, I stutter my reply into the mouthpiece. What? Dude, you gotta stop this shit. I am not fucking joking. What's she... What are you talking about? Duh, what the fuck do you think I'm talking about? Fucking Rosa is what I'm talking about. I can't eat, I can't sleep, I can't even take a shit without my phone buzzing with one of her messages. Fang, how are you feeling? Fang, do you want to meet? Fang, do you like burritos? Just stop! I can't take this anymore. Great, this is just what I needed in my life. And no, I refuse to listen to this shit. I have enough problems as is. If Fang thinks she can throw away our friendship and then boss me around, then she's got another thing coming. No, Fang, fuck off. Excuse me? I'm not dealing with your shit. This was all Rosa's idea. I have nothing to do with this. Are you being serious right now? How petty can you get, you selfish, bitter asshole? You chose her over me, fine. But then keep the fuck out of my life. The both of you. Either you do something about this, or I will. And you don't want that. Oh good, my day really wouldn't have been the same without some threats of violence. Hasn't really been so long since I had to deal with Trish that I forgot what this was like. After Jesus on his cross of stone. Fine. Look, I'll try to talk to Rosa this weekend, or... No, you talk to her now. Now! Now, 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 now! That sure was something. But wow, I figured Rosa would be a nuisance to Fang, but I never would have thought that. Yeah, no. Fang is right. The shit's gotta stop now. Right now. Wasting no time, I send Rosa a quick text telling her that we need to talk, and that I'll be waiting for her by the parking lot after classes are over. And that she should put a halt to whatever plans she had for Fang today. I could hardly wait until the end of the day. Luckily, there was no incidences, no more calls from Fang, no standoffs with Trish or Naomi, no awkward conversations with Stella, zilch, nada, nothing. So now I'm here by the parking lot, looking at all the flowers in the nearby gardens, waiting for Rosa to show. Even when earlier she asked me what this was all about, I just told her that she will see, and not to do anything until then. And she listened. At first I wondered if maybe she only told me that she would stop, but then went ahead and do it anyway like it was nothing. But even with how distant she's been lately, I didn't honestly believe she would just straight up tell a lie like that. Because now that I think about it, has Rosa ever told a lie to anyone ever? I really can't recall. And that's admirable. That's what Rosa should be like in everything. Admirable. Honest. Caring. Sweet. Loving. And I mean, maybe that's why she thinks she's being liked too. Rosa must honestly believe that Fang needs her help, which will only make this talk much more difficult. I don't want to break it to her, but I must set this straight once and for all. However painful this is going to be, the alternative is that nutcase Fang doing it in my stead. But this is a relationship issue, and should be solved within the damn relationship. I'm not going to risk Fang fucking it up and taking Rosa away from me with her questionable diplomacy skills. This is a job for me, Rosa's boyfriend, to tell her what to do and to focus her attention on me like she should have been doing. After all the years I've spent being a loser and a laughingstock, I'm not going to be the guy who couldn't get a date to prom. That just ain't happening. And of course I will go to prom with you. Huh? How did you... You were mumbling under your breath, Anon. Oh, I think I do that sometimes. How much did you hear? She shakes her head. Paco just got here. But Anon, you should not worry. I promised I would go with you, and I will. I want to. I want to more than anything in the world, Tonto. She smiles, but she doesn't close the distance between us. Even though I feel like a kiss or, in the very least, holding hands should be in order after a confession like that. Is that what this is all about? Is this why you asked me to come here? Because if so, I must go. Fang is... No! Not another word about Fang, Rosa. Stop it. Hasta loco, what are you talking about? We've been doing great progress with Fang. Firm drama... there's going to be plenty of this in this dialogue, isn't there? We've been doing great progress with Fang. Verm Drama will have their first rehearsal jam today, and it has to stop. You want to know what happened today, Rosa? I got a call from Fang, and she was off the bat crazy, and I'm talking real lunatic shit, demanding I make you back off. I don't understand. Fang, are you okay? Fang, do you want to meet? Fang, do you like churros? Her words. You're driving her fucking crazy. Burritos. Huh? I asked Fang if she liked burritos. Do you think that... No, of course I don't think that it makes a difference. It's just... Rosa's voice is low and coarse, and her eyes are wide with surprise. She clearly wasn't expecting to hear something like this. A moment of silence passes between us. I step forward and place a hand on Rosa's shoulder. She places hers on it almost instinctively, giving my digits a squeeze, but she doesn't look in my direction. You believe me, right? I do believe you, Minovio, of course. But I just can't stop. But I can't just stop. Fang needs my help. I step back, hit by Rosa's words like a kick in the gut. So you don't believe me? No, Anon. It's like I said, I believe you. But it doesn't matter what Fang says. She doesn't know what's good for her right now. Rosa's stubbornness is starting to become really, really infuriating. It doesn't matter whether she believes me or not, because either way, she just doesn't fucking care. No, Rosa, you don't know what's good for you. Fang doesn't need your help. All you have to do is stay away. I walk over to a nearby batch of flowers in the garden, pointing at it angrily. Look here, look! Look here, listen! Do you see these flowers? How long ago was it that you quit the gardening club? How long ago did you stop caring for them? And they're still here. They're still beautiful, and it was not your doing. Nobody needs your help. Well, that's not how you put it, as. Oh. Plot twist. Anon is Porku in disguise. Why would I be here? No, entirely false. Fang finds and cripples Anon. Holy Rosa needs to just quit being clingy. Fang surprised Rosa remembered that. This is like the most insane version of liberal guilt or whatever that I've ever seen. People can function perfectly well on their own. Even if Fang is going through some stuff, we shouldn't be forced to help her. We're going through stuff too. And who's coming to help us, huh? Who's coming for us, Rosa? Maybe if you cared a little bit more about us instead of caring about Fang, if you just let her be, maybe she would be fine by now. Maybe she wouldn't need to be threatening me over the phone. I step closer to Rosa, who's been standing there stunned and shocked by my words, and take her hand in mine. I squeeze her hand like she did to mine before, sincerely, continuing in a softer tone. I need you, Rosa. Me, your boyfriend? Your mi novio? What's happened to us, Rosa? Don't you care? Several seconds pass. Rosa's eyes dart around, searching my face as though the answers were written there. Her lips tremble slightly, which, combined with her almost frightened expression, makes her appear like a doe in the headlights. In the end, she lets out a heavy sigh, shoulders dropping, and a second later she practically throws her body against mine as she wraps me up in a tight hug. Without thinking, I reciprocate the gesture, pulling Rosa close. She burrows her face into my chest, murmuring her words into my shirt. I am sorry, mi novio. I am sorry. Her body starts to shake slightly, voice becoming hiccupy like she's trying not to cry, but it's a losing proposition. I didn't think I would hurt you so. I just wanted to help. After all that had happened, Shh. I hush Rosa softly, rubbing her back reassuringly. At least I hope it's reassuring. I know, I understand. But you see now that this has to stop, right? Can't we just be a normal couple again? We can. We will be. Rosa breaks out of the hug and looks up at me, cupping my cheeks with her delicate hands. Thank you for all of this, Anon. I know it must have been hard to face me like this. But I see now that what I made you go through, and I promise I will stop. She steps away from me, smiling and shaking her head. It doesn't matter anymore anyway. What's most important is, Fang gave her word. Dorm drama will play at prom. Oh boy. Oh boy. That's where it ends. Oh Lord. Oh. Dang, that was 2 hours? That's a chunky ending. I think we all know where this is heading. Yeah, it's gonna be pumped up kicks all over again. But this time, instead of Naomi being in the crosshairs, it's gonna be Rosa. Oh boy. Alright, humor me on this one. Is this just gonna take me to the title? Oh, they're fake. Oh no. Not even like a gotcha, like, oh, you'll have to wait later. Here's the title screen. Alright. I will get the next mod going. There's one more. I don't even think I unzipped it yet. There's it ending up as a mangled body in the Dino Mash. Oh boy, an unexpected error is keeping you from copying the file. If you continue to receive this error, you can error code. Skip, I guess. Oh, the Garden of Rosa Redux. And it's literally called Redux. And we already had a file with something on opening. Maybe, actually, let me just gut that. I will open it through 7-zip. Maybe that's the difference. If regular unzipping fucks something up, just use 7-zip. And somehow it's like faster too. Don't ask me why. Yeah, and there's no errors this time. Crazy. Get rid of that. Get rid of that. Copy paste that. Reload the mods. Enable, reload again. So I'm wondering how far this one goes, because I think this one was a demo as well. Let me take some time to untangle my shit here. Having a bed setup just fucking sucks when you don't have a table. Okay, that's as good as that's gonna get. I hadn't thought about Rosa. She is the most inconsistently drawn character. She's either normal or absolutely shredded. That's just her Super Saiyan coming out. Give Rosa a happy ending. Currently fully playable, but needs art. Okay. So are we ready for the... Well, if it's fully playable, how long is it? Because we're already like 2 hours in. I might just make it a part 4. I don't know. It's getting warm. I think we can make it a part 4. I'm sorry, guys. It's just... Oh, I am tired. My tailbone's acting up. And I kind of just want to... take it easy, you know? How about we talk plans for, future streams? Monday, if, what is it, AI Roguelike, if that doesn't get the Wumbo thing back up again, we'll just do part 4 here, but I'm hoping they get their shit together because I've been fucking itching to play that game, to continue it. Let me throw up the ending screen. Otherwise, yeah, it'll be part 4. And we got plenty of other mods to go through. I went and gathered up a few that interest me that I didn't play or see get played. Give me a moment. Go to desktop for a minute. I did download, what was it? It's somewhere here. There was like Dark Snoot, and then, was it Gray Ceratops? I don't even know what that is. And then I got, what is it? Are those I've played before? I don't even know. I've got like Snoot Fiction, Snootversary, and Snoot Miss Carol. I don't know if I played those or not. If those were like left over. But we'll see. Just this ending went longer than expected. Yeah, I didn't. When it said like 3/4 done, I thought it'd be a shorter go. That was pretty chunky, honestly. And it leaves off just at like the right cliffhanger, so you can put the pieces together and be like, yeah, Fang probably shot up the school. I probably played ending 4. You can go back through the whole mod if you want, but I don't think much changes besides the end, which you can also jump to. Well, we'll play it anyway. It's content for the channel, and all you guys seem to love it anyway. Right, bits and pieces we can Frankenstein together. Complete Gardener Rosa. Yeah, there's modders out there. Hey, maybe by the end, when I get through all this, the demos for like Blind Date and what is it, Mega Love Mania will probably come out. Hopefully, maybe the next demo for Hold On to Me. Oh, we have been waiting so long, and there's nothing. In fact, let me even check the workshop. I've been doing that like daily, is just checking the workshop for anything new. Nope, nothing new. One of these days. Oh, we love Rosa here, that's true. Uh, Sunday, I don't know what I want to do, if there'll even be a stream Sunday. I know there's like games I do want to stream, but it's like I don't know if I'm like ready to stream them, you know? Like, I've got so many other streams I need to finish, like series and stuff. I don't know. I don't even treat like half of those as series. I just throw them up on like a casual stream and nothing gets finished. But yeah, I'll head off, probably take it easy and go to bed. If whatever happens tomorrow, but Monday is definitely a stream day, so we'll see. So have a good night.